Hello, welcome back. I've got a book haul today. I've been buying a few books here and there, not for any particular purpose, just if I see things that have been on my reading list, or the majority of these books will be from PostScript, which my dad has used quite a lot in the past, and I forgot about it for ages, and then I came across it again and thought I'll have a look, and I don't know if it's still on. I bought these mostly in July, but they had a sale on, so I got quite a few in the sale. Before I show the books that I've got from PostScript, Daniel did the classic of getting me 3 books for my birthday, so I thought I'd include that. And there's also one that I picked up while I was in town the other day as well, that's been on my to read list, and that also ties in with another video that I've done before. We'll hop right into it. So the first one that Daniel got me for my birthday, I'd never heard of it actually, but it's Homegoing by Yagiasi. I want to say, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And the write-up says, Effie and Essie, 2 sisters with 2 very different destinies, one sold into slavery, one a slave trader's wife. The consequences of their fate reverberate through the generations that follow, from the Gold Coast of Africa to the plantations of Mississippi, from the missionary schools of Ghana to the dive bars of Harlem, spanning continents and generations. Yagiasi has written a miraculous novel, an intense, heartbreaking story of one family, and through their lives, the story of America itself. So yeah, a little bit different. Kind of quite ties in, but I really enjoyed the colour purple. I know that's more of like a traditional book around slavery. I'm interested to try this. I like kind of broadening my horizons a little bit rather than just all books being the same. Yeah, so that should be good. That's the first one. Thank you, Daniel. The second one that I got is more of a book that I would pick myself to read. This one is The Fisherman by John Langan. It's got the Bram Stoker Award. It won that. It says something sinister lurks beneath. So, in upstate New York, Dutchman's Creek flows out of the Ashokan Reservoir. Steep banked and fast moving, it offers the promise of fine fishing and a possibility too fantastic to be true. When 2 widowers, Abe and Dan, hear rumours of what might be found there, the remedy to both their losses, they dismiss them. But soon the men find themselves drawn into a tale as deep and old as the reservoir. It's a tale of long-buried secrets and of a mysterious figure known as the Fisherman. It will bring Abe and Dan face to face with all that they've lost and the price they must pay to regain it. And one thing that I really liked about this, specifically, is a Laird Baron. I don't actually know who that is. Probably should. They have put a quote about this book. Langan channels M.R. James, who I really like, Robert E. Howard and Norman MacLean. What you get is a river runs through it, straight to hell. So yeah, that one sounds more like my usual pick. The text's not too massive. I think I'll get through that quite quickly. Ooh, I've just seen at the start as well, there's a quote from Moby Dick, which I've read before, so that's cool. Yeah, I'll have to give that a try. That looks good. And then finally, from Daniel, this is one that I asked for, and you're probably not surprised if you have watched any of my other videos on this channel. It's a Maggie O'Farrell book. This one is her most recent, called Land. And yeah, I don't know loads about this one. It mentions, on a windswept peninsula stretching out into the Atlantic, Thomas and his reluctant son Liam are working for the Great Ordnance Survey project to map the whole of Ireland. The year is 1865, and in a country not long since ravaged and emptied by the Great Hunger, the task is not an easy one. Thomas, however, is determined that his maps will be a record of the disaster. The British soldiers in charge are due to arrive any day, expecting the work to be completed, but Thomas is sent off course by an unsettling encounter. Land is a novel about separation and reunion, tragedy and recovery, colonisation and rebellion. It's a story of buried treasure, overlapping lives, ancient woodland, persistent ghosts, a particularly loyal dog, and how when it comes to both land and history, nothing ever goes away. So yeah, I really like that. I also like this front cover. I mean, it's reminding me of like a piece of Agus or something, for one, but it also is giving more vibrant, but Georgia O'Keeffe artwork. It's reminding me of that. I really like the cover. I don't know if that's just me. But yeah, I asked for that one. Can't wait to read that. Absolutely love Maggie O'Farrell. I don't know how she does it. She writes them so quickly. Really looking forward to reading that. And then next up is a book that I got when I was out in town with my friend Chloe. I actually went into HMV and we spent ages in there just like reminiscing. We used to always go through and like flick through the posters when we were teenagers, and went into Scunthorpe Town Centre every Saturday. But they had quite a few books actually on 2 for £9, which I thought was a really good deal. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. Chloe got one, which was, I had a quick Google because I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it was one of those like self-help books about retraining your brain, and I think it was The Brain That Changes Itself by Norman Doidger, which looked really interesting as well actually. But then just so we could get the deal, I also picked one up as well, one that I've been meaning to read. And if you have watched my video on my book review on Rosemary's Baby, I mentioned that this is one that I would like to read. It's by William Peter Blatty. It's the classic The Exorcist. It's meant to be a really good horror novel and really scary, so I am looking forward to reading this one. And it says just at the very start, "Where is Reagan? In here with us." There's also a really scary like green front cover, which I've not actually seen in person before, but like with a face on it, and it looks really scary, but I've not found that one. Yeah. Moving on to the book haul that I got from PostScript books. I'll leave a link down below for PostScript. And my dad used to get these catalogues that had come through so you could see the latest books, a little like brief description about them. I don't know if they still send them out, if my dad still gets them or not. It just seemed pretty cool. Yeah, I found a lot of these were in the sale. Whether there is, like I say, whether there's a sale still on or not, I don't know. But it'd be worth having a look. There was some that I got for an absolute bargain of 99p. Goes first, I'll go in price order. There's several that I got for 99p, I think 6. I also got 3 for £2.99 and one which was £3.99. It was a little bit more, but just like the look of it. Some of them, and I'll mention they are for, I will be gifting them at some point. So first up is a classic, which I've not read, but it's A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I like the front cover on this one as well, it's pretty cool. On the back it says, "Nothing that we do is done in vain." Lucy Manette has been reunited with her father, who's been in prison for 18 years in Paris. She seeks to rebuild their lives in London, but they're soon drawn inescapably back into the events of the French Revolution. I have read a few Dickens, one of my favourites being Great Expectations, which is why I named my dog Pip. I know Charles Dickens isn't the easiest to read, so that was the first one. The second one that I've got is The Devil in the Valley by Castle Freeman Jr., author of Go With Me, which I haven't heard of, to be completely honest. Well, I really like this cover, but it's spooky. I didn't even notice that actually. I like how that looks. These are all on the back, it's just all what people have said about it rather than what it's about. Let's have a look. It's normally £12.99 this one as well. What's this one? That one's normally £5.99. So yeah, £12.99. So The Exorcist as well. £9.99 for The Exorcist. And basically got that for £4.50. In his quiet Vermont home, a man named Taft, dispirited, ex-teacher, ex-scholar, ex-abstainer, sits alone except for a bottle of Sir Walter's Scotch and wonders what he's missing from his life. He's at a loss until a voice startles him from the rocking chair where a stranger has appeared, seemingly out of nowhere. He's well-dressed, smooth-talking, proves to be a devilishly charming drinking partner, and he offers Taft the chance to have anything he's ever wanted for a price. A picture of him. It looks quite friendly. I like it when we've got a picture of the author in the back of the book. I like Vermont as well, just like the thought that anything's kind of set in, it's very rural, isn't it? And like the front cover kind of quite like moody and atmospheric for that kind of book. The next one I got, and I don't really know why I got it, I think it's because of the title and maybe I'm just a little bit weird. It is Cannibals and Carnage, Thrilling Tales of the Sea, Volume 1 by Graham Fiala. But yeah, that looks cool. It's a little bit barbaric. This one would have been $12.99. Again, got this for 99p. In the 19th century, true stories of cannibal tribes massacring white traders and vice versa, and missionaries fed the morbid appetites of Europeans, North Americans, and colonials. Accounts of cannibalism committed by seafarers on their dead shipmates quickened the pulses of landfolk even more and pricked their moral disquiet. Acts of desperate men committing unspeakable atrocities, the warring frenzy of cannibal headhunters and their gruesome feasting, such was the stuff of real-life sixpenny romances, rich in human butchery and garnished with treachery and terror. The more atrocious the atrocities, the more exotic the locations, the more sensational the narratives, the greater was the thrall of these thrilling tales of the sea. Illustrations of ships there. Looks good, doesn't it? There's a couple of illustrations in there. Very interesting. I'm looking forward to something like that. Almost looks like an encyclopedia of cannibals or something like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I also, as I mentioned with the Fisherman, how it had a quote about Moby Dick. I quite like things either set at sea, films and things like that. I liked the Last Voyage of the Demeter, you know, it's linked to Dracula. Yeah, it's just something about it. I always liked the Pirates of the Caribbean films as well. The next one, I haven't read anything by this author. I do have the book called The Binding that they've done before this one, so I think I will read that before this one. They're not their own standalone books, but just for the sake of doing them in the order that they've been written. And I really like the cover of this as well, that's quite a big book. But it's called The Betrayals by Bridget Collins. I think I picked up The Binding from a charity shop actually, so it's probably in one of my shorts. This is a really nice book. This is normally $14.99. I got this for 99p. Saving a fortune. If everything in your life was based on a lie, would you risk it all to tell the truth? At Montvert, an exclusive academy tucked away in the mountains, the best and brightest are trained for excellence in the Grand Jeu, an arcane and mysterious contest. Leo Martin was once a student there, but lost his passion for the Grand Jeu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Grand Jeu. Following a violent tragedy, now he returns in disgrace, exiled to his old place of learning with his political career in tatters. Montvert has changed since he studied there, even allowing a woman, Claire Dryden, to serve in the Grand Jue's high office of Magister Ludi. When Leo first sees Claire, he senses an odd connection with her, though he's sure they've never met before. The bond between them is strengthening, but both Leo and Claire have built their lives on lies. And as the legendary midsummer game draws closer, secrets are whispering in the walls. This really is giving me The Night Circus vibes by Erin Morgenstern. I think that's right. But it's giving me those kind of vibes. Just from reading that. Should be good. Yeah, I like that. The spine as well. Let me go to this one next. I've only got two more that I got for 99p. It mentioned Pip, and that's why I bought it. I will be gifting this to my cousin's daughter. What does that make, that connection? Cousin's daughter, is that half cousin? Is that half cousin or cousin once removed? I don't know. Anyway, my cousin's daughter, she is only, I think she's four or five, but I've got her this book. There's another one as well that I've got her in the pile, but it's The Flight of Mr. Finch by Thomas Barth. And I think it's this little bird here is called Pip within the story. So Mr. Finch lives a quiet life without any surprises, and that suits him just fine. But one day he wakes up to find his city has been overtaken by a jungle and his only friend has disappeared. come on this extraordinary journey of discovery to find friendship and happiness. So this would normally have been £11.99, like I say, just 99p. And it's a nice big book. I used to love books when I was a kid like this, just to flip, even if you just like flick through to look at the illustrations. I used to absolutely love it. Yeah, he's got a small bird called Pip, so he's Mr. Finch, and then the little bird's called Pip. And I really liked that. Let me find. Yeah. Oh, there's like a fold-out page actually. Let me show you this. Dun, 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 dun. This folds out on both sides. Very cool. Yeah, I just like how it's all like green and red illustrated. And obviously, bird's called Pip, so that's cute. Oh, it's from the Tate. I look at Tate Gallery. That's cool. That's really, I think that's really good value. Let me know what you think. The next one, I couldn't believe this was 99p, just because of what it is. I thought it'd be a lot more expensive than it was. I don't know if I've mentioned before, I don't know why I'm coming into the camera like this. I really like postcards. I do collect postcards. I don't know if that book's proper, like, it don't really matter, does it? Just move it out of the way, it's annoying me. I collect postcards. My friend Nikki sends postcards wherever she goes, and I add those to my collection. But even just in general, I like to pick some up if I go anywhere, or sometimes you get the collections of them. And this is what this is. Mickey Mouse Museum, the story of an icon. And there are, how many does it say? 50 postcards in here. 99p. So you open it up, it's got this little... Dun, dun, dun. So you pull Disney immediately. It's got this little ribbon which is on there, just to pull them out. I won't go through them all with you. Don't worry. But like some of the sketches of like Mickey Mouse and things like that from the studio. There are. Trying to find a Steamboat Willie one. The OG. Donald Duck in here as well, like these old school ones. This one, Orphans Benefit, 1934. Pretty cool. Has anyone ever seen Steamboat Willie? It's really weird. It's good though. Like the OG Mickey Mouse. Oh. Mickey, is it Pluto? It's Pluto, isn't it? Mickey's dog's Pluto. Classic. There we go. Steamboat Willie. 1928. Love it. I thought that was a bargain, to be completely honest. I really like those. I will spend hours just looking through those and just be happy that I've got those. So yeah, that was that. Just say £12.99 normally. Even £12.99. I suppose that's probably a standard price for it. So those are all the 99p ones. I feel that was an absolute bargain. If you added up all that, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 for 99p. So under £6 for that. Anyway, moving on. The next one that I got, so these next 3 books were £2.99. I've done a video around H.P. Lovecraft before, because I do love H.P. Lovecraft, and this is The Horror in the Museum, and I haven't ever seen this before. This is volume 2, collected short stories. Whether that is just of H.P. Lovecraft, I don't know. In here, ones that I'd never heard of. Just check there's no others. So yeah, there's all of these. Have I read any of these yet? I don't think any of these I've actually read before. There's all these. 2010. So it must just be like a collection. It's got an introduction by M.J. Eliot. I think they're always really good. The short story, well, just stories in general by H.P. Lovecraft. So, a wax museum in London boasts a new exhibit which no man has seen and remains sane. A businessman is trapped in a train carriage with a madman who claims to have created a new and efficient method of capital punishment. A doctor plans a horrible revenge using as his murder weapon an insect believed capable of consuming the human soul. Within these pages, some of H.P. Lovecraft's more obscure works of horror and science fiction can be found, including several fantastic tales from his celebrated Cthulhu mythos. No true Lovecraft aficionado dare be without this volume. Wow, it's a good job I picked it up. No. Yeah, that'll be a really good one. Did I say how much that one would normally be? I don't think it says, actually, it's not got an RRP on here. Don't know how much that one would normally be. But I got it for $2.99 anyway. Next up, this one would normally be $8.99. Again, got it for $2.99. It's Mindfulness at Work, Flourishing in the Workplace by Maria Harper, which I thought would be quite good. She is a meditation expert and counsellor. And I could just really do with something when I'm in work. I've gone through CBT therapy for anxiety before, and I've also done talking therapies for anxiety at work to kind of ways to help cope. I enjoy having something practical to work with, just to engage my brain and be thinking about things. So it's not just all like anxiety inducing. I can understand why I'm feeling a certain way, why I'm feeling anxious about going into work and things like that. I do like to think of myself as a conscientious person, and I feel like that is a big trait of being an anxious person as well. You just want to do a good job and you care, but that also comes with a lot of disadvantages as well. I do like to journal, meditate, mindfulness practices, so this will help hopefully. Yeah, I'll have to see. It looks like there's quite a few little like 20-minute exercises and little like anecdotes and things like that I can use, so yeah, that will come in handy. And then finally for $2.99, again, I was really surprised this was $2.99. I thought it would be a lot more. It's called Historium poster book, 28 pull-out posters inside. Welcome to the museum. This is curated by Richard Wilkinson. As you can see, it's quite big. I got it to potentially put in frames and put on the wall, but this was $12.99 originally, so tenner off, thank you very much, won't say no. These things, read all these posters in it. They have a brief kind of description of what they are on the other side as well, so they're in black and white on the other side. Yeah, I'm not doing like the purple. So this, and then on the back it's in black and white and it'll explain what it is. So this one, Southern Africa, Stone Age tools, 700,000 to 1 million years old. It's pretty cool, like that rhino thing as well. Yeah, I like those. But yeah, there's quite a few, 28 different ones. I won't show you them all, but I like this one. So this mosaic is cool. But yeah, I really like getting these. I've also got a science fiction film poster book, which I could quite easily take out and put them in frames. I don't want to take them out of the book though. Obviously something like this where the pages are kind of ready to remove them makes it a lot easier. I don't feel quite, I've literally bought this with the purpose of doing that. One's pretty cool as well, the dragony snake thing. So yeah, $2.99, I feel like that was a bargain. And then the very last book was only $3.99. It's another children's book for my cousin's daughter Rosie, and this one is Nora Breck, Cornelia and the Jungle Machine. And I just saw all of the illustrations in it and I thought, if I was a kid and this gothic book fell into my paws, I would absolutely love it. It says at the back, what if you had to move house? What if you made a new friend? What if you had a jungle machine? Well, what if? Again, it doesn't say what this one would have been. And the illustrations inside, I'll just pick a few out like this. Look that hallway. I just thought that was really cool. So there's not an awful lot of text either, so it'd be quite easy to flick through. It is definitely a focus on the illustrations. This one as well. Love that. I might have a flick. I might actually read these before I gift them, because they do look really cool. But yeah, I thought it looked quite gothic, and that one as well. I'll show you this one. Yeah, just like the kind of vibe, I guess, of this one. I thought it looked quite cool. Oh, that one too. They all look really good. They're really intricate, really detailed. I like that. They're quite colourful, well, whilst being quite dark as well. It's got a good balance with that. Oh, there's another double page there. Show you this one as well. Yeah, that was £3.99. That is everything. So how many have I just shown you all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different things. Thanks for joining me for a book haul. Let me know if you like these. I can definitely do more of these in the future because I'm always on the lookout for books. I've got a list as long as my arm on my notes on my phone for whenever I'm out, just to check if they have it in. I've also signed up to my local library as well, so I've got Borrow Box for ebooks and audiobooks as well. Looking forward to having a look in what they've got. Also obviously going in, just be a different environment to read in, and even like either use the computers or take my laptop in as well. I think that would be good. I can even go in and do my editing actually, that's a good idea. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like the video, give me a comment if you've watched it. If you've used PostScript books before, yeah, let me know. Thanks ever so much. See you in another one. Bye.